Hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Faye and that is Cloud, and today we have a 45-minute vinyasa and restore style class. So the first half we'll be doing some movement, connecting breath to movement, and warming and heating up the body, maybe raising the heartbeat just a little bit. And then we will take it down to the ground and slow down, calm, and ground for the rest of the practice into some more comforting and relaxing postures to help us get a nice night's rest or have that nice momentary pause between whatever it is that you are choosing to spend your time doing next. So for this vinyasa flow class, it's all levels, and you're welcome to have any props you like. Maybe you want some blocks, or maybe a pillow or bolster that you could sit up on, or even a blanket you might want to cover up with at the end. Maybe you want to grab some socks or some extra cozy things to help bundle you up for the rest of the class. Otherwise, today, if you want to find me, you can, well, obviously I'm right here, but if you want to join me for our class today, if you want to sit up on a pillow or cushion, it's totally welcome. We'll be exploring a little bit of Ujjayi breath. I've demoed this breath before in previous videos, but it's simply where you work on constricting the back of the throat. So similar to if you were to fog up a mirror with your breath, you make that sound, but instead you close the lips and only breathe out through the nose. So then you have this very soft sound inside when you breathe. So this works to help heat the body and help us stay really connected to our breath. So let's go ahead and, again, if you're in your comfortable seat, we'll inhale our hands up and exhale hands out to heart center. And then maybe we take our hands to just simply relax, palms facing down on the lap. And take a big breath in and a big breath out. Soften the eyes or fully close them down if that's comfortable for you. We'll take a moment to just notice how we are feeling and doing today in our own bodies. Checking in with ourselves, maybe noticing the quality of our thoughts and feelings today. What has been going on for you today? If you're practicing live or around this time of the month, you may be experiencing some full moon energy. If you've been maybe a little more restless or more energetic than usual, the full moon is a perfect time to start to tune back into any intentions that you may have set for yourself at the beginning of the day or the week or month. And just check in to see how you're doing with those intentions. Exploring if there's anything maybe that you can let go of to help reduce what you are carrying today. Shift your awareness now to the ground beneath you, how it feels to be supported. Can you notice where the weight is sitting as it's supported by the ground? Are you leaning more towards the back? Are you leaning towards the front? See if you can try to center the weight evenly throughout the body. Allow the crown of the head to extend out nice and long, the shoulders to relax down and away from the ears. Relax the jaw. Breathe in and breathe out. Invitation to set any other intention that you'd like to carry on through this practice. An intention might be just simply the reason why you're here on your mat today, or maybe how you'd like to practice throughout this movement class or through the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Simply one word or phrase. Might be, for example, letting go, ease, relaxation, presence. Choose one word, and let's inhale our hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Breathe that intention in that you chose. And if nothing came to you right away, maybe it's just simply being here in this moment. Breathe in that intention and breathe out that intention through the mouth. Relax the hands back down to the lap. And reconnect to the breath. We'll practice that Ujjayi breath. So as I explained earlier, we'll just inhale in through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth, making a sound. Good. Inhale in through the nose. And this time, as you ha sound out, keep the lips sealed. Notice what that feels like in your body today. Try a few more. Maybe you notice the breath filling up in the belly as you inhale, and then as you exhale, the air flowing smoothly and easily out through the nose. Try your best to stay with this breath, or if at any point this breath feels uncomfortable or not right for you, feel free to return to any breath that feels better for you. So inhale the hands up to the sky this time, and then you can start to blink the eyes open, maybe wiggle the fingers, just saying hello to your physical space wherever you are. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale that right hand down to the ground and slowly start to bend over to that right side. Inhale, hands back up to the center, and exhale, bend over to the left side. Excellent. Inhale up. Exhale, bend to the right, and see if you can keep your left hip down on the ground, and then slightly pull the shoulder back. Feeling a nice long stretch in the left side. Inhale the hands back up to the sky. Exhale to the left side, and again, keep that right hip planted and slowly gaze up to the sky. And inhale back up, and exhale, hands down. Reverse your feet of your positioning. So if one foot's in front, reverse which other foot is in front. And then we'll inhale our hands up to the sky, and exhale, twist, look over the right shoulder. That right hand comes back behind you, left hand comes to the knee, and the gaze goes over the right shoulder if it's comfortable. Inhale up, and exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you, right hand comes to the right thigh or left thigh or knee, and the gaze can go behind you if again comfortable on your neck. Inhale up. Find length in the spine, and then exhale, twist to the other side. Noticing if the exhale can maybe bring you a little further in your twist without forcing or pushing anything, just simply breathing into the twist. Inhale up, and exhale, twist to the left. Excellent. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, float them down to the lap. Inhale, shine the heart forward, relax the shoulders down. Maybe you start to arch the back, tilt the pelvis back. Maybe the gaze goes up to the sky. And then exhale, tilt the pelvis forwards and tuck the chin to the chest, round through the back. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Maybe you even use your hands to help pull you a little bit more. And exhale, push into the hands, push into the back, stretching the shoulder blades here. Inhale up. And exhale, chin to chest. And while you're here, maybe you slowly start to rock the head from side to side, feeling a little stretch in the neck. Inhale, return back to center, back to neutral, shoulders over hips. We'll inhale our hands up, and then exhale, slowly start to walk our hands over our legs for a seated fold. Breathe into the back body. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the sides. Breathe into any areas of tension or tightness. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself back up. And then we're going to walk our hands to ourselves over to our hands and our knees for tabletop position. So our wrists are right under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. Option to always have blocks under the hands if you have any trouble with your wrists. You could also always walk it out, just a fingerprint too, if that feels better. So again, wrists under shoulders and knees under hips if you feel comfortable here. Tuck the toes, inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward for cow pose. Release the toes down to the ground. Exhale, push the floor away, tuck the chin to the chest for cat pose. Inhale, tuck the toes, shine the heart forward, push into the ground. Cow pose. Exhale, release the toes, tuck the chin to the chest, cat pose. Really push into the ground, feel the stretch in the shoulders. And return back to your neutral tabletop position. The gaze goes towards the front of your mat, so you have a nice long neck. And then we'll inhale our left leg out long behind us and slowly start to rock back and forth on the ball of the foot. Feeling a nice little stretch in the back of the leg. Moving as slow or as fast as you like. And then when you feel ready, return back to stillness. Press into all the fingers. Inhale, we're going to lift that left leg behind us. Option to stay here, or option to inhale that right hand, palm faces to the front, to the side. And then we'll inhale, and we can lengthen here, toes point down, and then exhale, draw the elbow to the knee. Or if the hand is down, you will inhale to lengthen, and exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Whichever option feels better for you today, go ahead and move into that. Maybe do try out one or try out both. And then one more inhale, knee to nose. And exhale, extend back. Lower that foot back down to the ground. Again, press evenly into both hands. Inhale, lift that leg and draw it over to the opposite side. Moving any props if you have them in the way. Slowly press that toe into the ground, and maybe you look over your right shoulder just for a little stretch. You can even press into the back of the heel. And on your next inhale, return back to center, return to that neutral tabletop position. One round of cow and cat. Inhale, tuck the toes, drop the belly for cow. And exhale, release the toes, press into the ground, tuck the chin to the chest, and press for cat pose. Return to your neutral tabletop position. Inhale that right leg behind you and slowly start to rock on the ball of the foot. Feeling a nice gentle stretch. Noticing the sensations in the hands as you rock back and forth, and the back of the leg and the ball of the foot. And when you're ready, return back to stillness. We'll inhale that right leg up, and again, the options are to stay here, and we'll do the knee to the nose, or inhale that left arm up to the sky, toes point down. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to find length. And exhale, elbow to knee. One more at your own pace. Oops. Go ahead and lower back down to your neutral tabletop position. Bring the big toes to touch behind you and send the hips back for a nice child's pose. Walk the hands out. Rest the forehead onto the mat. And slowly rock the forehead from side to side. Maybe you release the arms down here by the sides of the body, relaxing the wrists, the shoulders, the face. And when you're ready, we'll return back to our neutral tabletop position. Again, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And when you feel secure and evenly supported by your 4 different points of contact on the ground, let's inhale and tuck our toes and slowly inhale and let the knees hover off of the ground, noticing the sensations as we press into the ground, maybe even that rounding in the back. And then lower those knees back down. Great. One more time. Inhale the knees up and breathe. Letting them hover here, just building some heat, building some strength. And exhale, lower the knees down. And we will inhale this time and send our hips up and back for our first downward dog. This upside down V shape. So our hands are pressing forward into the mat and our heels are reaching down towards the ground. But there can be a bend in the knees. And in fact, let's take a breath in and then exhale, bend the knees if you haven't already. And then inhale, press into the hands so the chest pushes forward to the thighs. And then exhale, slowly start to walk one heel towards the ground and then the other. Let's try that again. Inhale, both heels up, eye off the ground. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, press into the mat. Engage the shoulders, engage the core. And then exhale, slowly start to walk the heels down for your downward facing dog. And feel free to alternate which foot rises and which foot lowers. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Shake your head from side to side gently. Relax the neck. And then let's inhale our right leg up to the sky, toes point down. And exhale, step it forward in between the hands. Option to always help it along if you need to. And lower that back knee. Tent the fingertips and find stability in the foot. So pressing into the big toe mound, pressing evenly into that right foot, and then pressing into the back of the top of the foot and the back foot. Tent the fingertips, find your balance. Inhale, walk your hands up to your knee. An option to stay here, or inhale, hands up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart center, low crescent lunge. Inhale, hands up, and then exhale, hands again to heart center. Lean forward, and then exhale, and we're twisting over to our right. So that left elbow hooks onto the right edge of the right knee. And we're pressing in, so drawing our hands towards the center of our chest. And the gaze goes towards the elbow and beyond. Excellent. Here just for one more breath. Inhale, return back your hands to the sky, and exhale, frame the foot. Slowly start to pick that knee up, walk it forward, and we'll meet in a nice forward fold, keeping a nice bend in the knees so the belly rests on the upper thighs. The head hangs heavy towards the ground. Maybe you even reach for opposite elbows here, and allow the body to just simply hang in this inversion, maybe rock side to side. Whatever feels good for you right now. Release the hands if they were reaching for the elbows. And inhale the hands up to the shins for a halfway lift. Draw the crown of the head long. Engage the core. And then exhale, lower down all the way to the ground for that forward fold. Inhale, rise up, bend the knees all the way up to the sky. Hands come to touch or not. And then exhale, hands down to heart center. We'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Excellent. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Step the left foot back and then the right. For plank, lower down to the knees. And we'll lower all the way down to the belly. Allow the hands to be under the shoulders. Inhale, using the back muscles, lift for baby cobra. Shine the heart forward. Exhale, lower the forehead down to the ground. Inhale, find your way back into that neutral tabletop position. Or inhale and tuck the toes and send our hips high and back to our next downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward in between the hands. Lower that right knee down to the ground. Again, find your stability. So maybe you feel stable here, or maybe you want to walk the legs out a little bit further to give yourself some more space in between the hips. Once you find your stability, take a breath in and walk your hands up to your knee, or hands all the way up to the sky. The knee is stacked over the ankle. The shoulders are relaxed. The ears are further away from the shoulders. And then exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. And inhale one more time, hands up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, twist over to the right hand side. Allow the right elbow to hook onto the left knee and the fingertips to press towards the center of your chest. The gaze goes over the shoulder if it's comfortable, or it can be at the hands or straight ahead. One more breath here. On your next breath in, inhale the hands back up to the sky. Exhale, frame the foot. Step back up onto your low lunge, and then step forward for a nice forward fold again. Generous bend in the knees. Basically, the belly is just resting on the thighs. The head is hanging heavy. Maybe you decide to reach for your big toes today, and you slowly start to straighten the legs as you allow the head to continue to hang heavy like a bowling ball. Maybe you're rocking side to side, doing what feels good for you here. Releasing the toes if you were holding onto them. We'll inhale, rolling all the way up to a standing mountain pose, Tadasana. Allow the hands to come down by the sides. Take a moment and just close the eyes and reconnect to our breath. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And then inhale, we'll draw our hands all the way back up. Step the right leg back into a warrior two. So the front toes are pointing towards the front of your mat, and the back foot could be parallel to the corner of the mat, or it could also, toes could be kind of pointed toward the top corner of your mat as well. Whichever feels better in your hips, depending on your hips. All right, inhale, hands out to the sides for warrior two. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Gaze is over the middle finger. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lower the elbow to the thigh. Bring that right hand up and over. Bicep towards the ear. And feel that nice long line of energy. Inhale, return back to warrior two. Exhale. And on your next inhale, reverse your warrior. The right hand comes down the back of the right leg, and the gaze goes up to the left hand. And take a breath in. And on your next breath out, windshield or cartwheel the hands down to frame your foot, pivot the back foot up, and step back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank or lower to your knees, and then lower all the way down to the ground. Allow the hands to be by the ribs, and we inhale for baby cobra, or maybe you press up into cobra or upward facing dog by lifting the knees off of the ground and pressing the toes into the mat. And then exhale either to tabletop or to downward facing dog. Wherever you are, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward in between the hands. Pivot the back foot so it is either, again, parallel to the back edge of the mat, or the toes are pointing towards the corner of your mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior two arms. Make any adjustments you need to feel stability. And we inhale, our shoulders up, and exhale, our shoulders down. I think we did this side already. So let's inhale, return back to the lunge. Exhale, lower our hands down, and then step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward in between the hands. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, pivot that back foot down to the corner of the mat, or toes point to the top corner of your mat. Hands extend out nice and long. Gaze goes over the fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Knee presses out towards the big toes. Find balance between both the left and the right foot. On your next inhale, lower the elbow to the knee and bring that left arm up. And then exhale, return back to warrior two. Take a breath in and exhale. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Gaze goes up towards the hand, and you're pressing out into the right knee. Inhale, return back to warrior two. Pivot the back foot, frame the front foot, and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower the knees down to the ground. Lower all the way down to the ground. Allow the hands to come in front of each other. Stack one hand on top of the other and relax the forehead onto the ground. Simply take a moment to reconnect with your breath. And when you're ready, we'll slowly start to pull the hands back. Inhale for a cobra pose. And exhale, lower down. And slowly start to bring your elbows right under your shoulders into a Sphinx pose. Option to have the elbows out a little bit further, or to remain in crocodile pose with the hands under the forehead. But if you're here in Sphinx pose, your hands are really pressing into the mat and trying to, for example, pull you forward as you shine the heart forward and you press into the pubic bone, press into your toes. Deep stretch here. And then exhale, lower the hands back, lower the head back down to the hands, and the hands come on top of each other. Slowly start to bend the knees. Maybe you just rock them side to side for any release in the low back. And wherever you are, we're going to slowly start to roll onto our back for the more restorative and relaxation part of the class. Feel free to grab any of those supportive props you might want, like pillows or blankets. And we are laying down on our back. Our hands are by our bodies and our feet are relaxed outwards. Let's take a breath in. We're going to inhale our hands up overhead, point our toes, and stretch for a full body stretch. And then exhale, draw our knees into our chest and rock a little bit side to side. One more time. Inhale, nice big full body stretch out. And then exhale, draw everything in. And maybe you even tuck your chin to your chest just to rock yourself into a little ball. And then exhale, relax the head back down, relax the arms down. And we find back our Shavasana corpse pose. Let's go ahead and walk the soles of our feet together. Inhale the right leg in. And then slowly start to take the right foot over to the left knee for a supported or a supine figure 4. An option to stay here, or maybe you inhale that left leg up and reach behind the left leg. Or you can always use a strap behind the left leg too, whichever feels better for you. Maybe you even rock side to side. Just being mindful to keep that right foot flexed wherever you are. And then slowly release the grip if you have it behind the leg. Extend the arms out to a T and lower that foot down to the ground. We'll inhale and start to bend over to our left hand side, and that right foot comes to the ground and can relax down. Maybe you want it to be supported, or maybe you prefer the legs to be together in a different supine twist. Whichever one feels best for you, feel free to listen to your body and choose that one. The gaze can go over the right shoulder if you'd like to bring the twist up higher. If you lost your connection to your breath, see if you can tap back into it. Notice how it changes the sensations, or if it changes any sensations in the stretch. And you tap into the breath. Inhale, return the knees back up. Bring the soles of the feet to the ground and just simply windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Inhale, return back to center. Inhale that left leg up and cross it over, keeping the right or the left toes flexed. Stay here if this feels right for you. Maybe you even press into the left thigh. Otherwise, inhale that right leg up to the sky, and maybe you interlace the fingers behind the right thigh and slowly start to press it in towards the chest. Keep that left foot flexed and breathe into the sensations of the stretch. On your next breath in, release the hands to the side and exhale. Go ahead and bring that left foot down towards the ground for another supine twist over to the right side. And the gaze can go over to the left if it's comfortable on your neck. And again, option to choose any supine twist that feels more comfortable for you if this isn't your jam. On your next breath in, return the sole of the feet to the soles of the feet to the ground, and windshield the knees from side to side. And when you feel evened out, slowly extend the legs out long and the hands above your head. Take a nice full body stretch, and then exhale our hands right behind our head and slowly start to lift our head as we move our upper shoulders and our head over to our left side and take our legs over to the left side as well. Option to stay here, or you're welcome to cross the left leg over the right and feel the sensation of this side body stretch all the way from the feet, the ankles, the hips, to the arms under and to the elbows. Inhale, return back to center. Take a breath in. And exhale, release. Walk the legs over to the right side now. Inhale the head up and inhale the shoulders up and slowly start to walk it over to the right as well. This is banana asana. Nice side body stretch in the left side body. Option 2, always cross the legs over for any deeper sensation if you like. The left leg over the right or the right leg over the left. Just seeing if you can keep the hips on the ground as best as you can. And allowing gravity to do the work in this stretch. On your next breath in, return the head and shoulders back to center, walk the feet back to center. Slowly start to hug the legs in and maybe rock side to side. Option 2, extend the legs up into the sky and either reach behind the legs, the ankles, or the outside edges or inside edges of your feet, or even the big toes, whichever feels most accessible and good for you today. And maybe rock a little bit side to side, pressing your low back into the ground, massaging your spine. And when you're ready, you can release the toes and the feet back down to the ground. Allow the knees to relax in if the knees are bent and the soles of the feet are on the ground. And slowly start to walk the legs all the way out. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders, the face, the jaw, the tongue, the back of the neck, the back body, the hands, the knees, the shins, all the way down to the toes. Allow yourself to be in this moment. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to the intention that you set for yourself for this class. We'll stay here for several breaths. I'll keep my eye on the time, so all you need to do is simply relax and be present, letting your body, letting your mind, letting everything relax, and being supported by the ground beneath you. This connection to the earth allows us to feel rooted in this present moment. This allows us to make our decisions with more peace and clarity and presence. slowly start to deepen the breath. Invite in a little movement into the fingers, into the toes. Maybe you gently roll the wrists and the ankles. And on your next inhale, fully stretch the arms up overhead and point and flex the toes for a nice full body stretch. And on your next exhale, pull everything in, reach for the legs, roll up into just a little ball. And then on your next inhale, slowly roll over to your side, cradling the head. Keep the eyes soft and relaxed. And slowly start to push yourself up into a seated position, however you like. Keeping the eyes soft or fully closed. Let's inhale our hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Take a moment to acknowledge all the hard work that you put into this practice today. Maybe you explore one thing that you can let go of. Maybe it's the expectations to be perfect or needing to be someone that you're not. Whatever it is, see if there's just one thing that you can let go of that can help you to feel lighter and more at ease and more peaceful during this time. And sigh out through the mouth, releasing all the air. Bow the chin to the chest, just saying thank you one more time. The love, light, and teacher in me honors the love, light, and teacher in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Blink the eyes open if they were closed, welcoming yourself back into your space. Thank you again so much for practicing with me. And if you are here live with me, feel free to drop a comment down below letting me know how this practice went. Or if you're here catching the replay, drop a comment down below. Every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm planning to do a short little live practice each week. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you tune into next week's live class, and I will see you next week. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. And again, thank you so much. I'm Faye, that's Cloud, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.